Okay, so everyone, welcome to the Creative Industries Podcast. Today, I have got Chris with me from Dog Brain Videos. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Cheers.
All right, I'm absolutely buzzing to have you here, man. How are you getting on?
Yeah, really good actually. Very busy. It's like you had to pull me out of a phone call opening the door here. I was arranging the music video as I came in.
It's like I'm doing a music video, but I'm doing a podcast, like Mr. Media.
I chose you. That's fine.
Appreciate that. We appreciate that. It's so good. So this I'm being well excited for this. And I was saying to everyone in the audience, and if you're watching or listening at home, this is 2025, of course. And I asked a lot of people, when was the last time your favorite artist dropped a single without putting out a video? And I know it's possible, but it's pretty rare these days that happens. Am I right? So I think for anyone listening, watching, you guys in the room, if you want to be involved in the music industry and the video industry are sort of like this these days, aren't they?
Yeah.
Blended together. So we're going to chat about all that kind of stuff. But I thought we'd first talk about the Wargasm video for Vigilantes, which our audience here just saw a clip of. If you're watching it online at home or listening, there'll be a link in the notes as well. But Chris, how was it on that shoot? Can you just describe how that came about? How did it come about, this one?
Yeah, as most of them start, I was on another job and I got a call, as it always is. So yeah, they just sent me the track because I've done a few for the guys now. They just sent me the track and said, "Have you got any ideas? Here's a mood board." Sent me kind of their ideas, and it just went from there really. And then it's my job to put it together and do things my own way. And yeah, it's a good collaborative effort. But it was actually a very local shoot. That was all shot in Margate and Reculver, like near Herne Bay. So yeah, it was a very close to home one. They came to me, which makes it easier.
Nice. That is so cool. So cool. And in regards to the location, so in Margate and all that, was it whereabouts was it? Was it indoors, outdoors? What kind of were we looking at?
Yeah, so for that music video in particular, there was 3 locations. There was like a weird abandoned warehouse that was completely filled with pigeons. Like when I went in there, it didn't have a roof on it, so there was nests of pigeons flying everywhere. And I was just.
Did you find that one, or was that like?
Yeah, there's a website that I use lately called Scouty, which is really good. It's a website, and you just type in where you want, what you want, where you want. So I just typed it in. I knew I wanted a warehouse, so abandoned warehouse, Kent, and it came up Margate, like a 20-minute drive from me, which is really cool. And then booked that out.
Is that a community-made website where other filmmakers put up ones they've liked or something like that?
No,
or is it ones you have to pay for? Or?
It's completely free, so it's really good for students to use. I'd say that like some of the places are really expensive. That's usually if you're filming in a city. You know, I'm looking for a church to film in at the moment, and I found one. I was like, this is amazing. It's like £3,000 an hour, and I was like, oh god, yeah, an hour. That was like for the big ones in London. It's probably more geared towards like Hollywood films and stuff like that. But the one I found was £50 an hour, so it wasn't too bad, and it was new on there. But anyone can go on. You message the person for free; it doesn't cost anything, and they just take a little commission, I think, from the person whose location you're renting. So you don't pay anything; you just talk to the person.
Was that abandoned warehouse free, or did you have to pay for that one?
No, that was £50 an hour. That one, okay. Which was really good. But she didn't tell me about the pigeons. So when I opened the door, I just got swarmed. It was at night time. Just got swarmed by all these pigeons, and I just absolutely crap myself.
Did you wish you were holding a camera at that point? That would have been some shot.
I was. I've got it on camera. Yeah. It's somewhere. I'll do a little making of one day. You know?
That would have been cool. Yeah, behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, and that behind the scenes footage is really important as well as the video these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't do enough of it because I'm so focused on it. But eventually I want to, get someone to come. I try and get a photographer at least to come and document it. But, it'd be good to have a videographer filming everything as well one day. But yeah, I just forget about it. To be honest, it's hard.
So I think that's good to know for anyone who is wanting to be more of in the behind the scenes, behind the camera stuff. Not only do you need a videographer to shoot the video, these days you're pretty much hoping to have a second videographer to shoot behind the scenes as well. Because I'm sure we've all seen it on Instagram, TikTok, online, behind the scenes content's really important these days. Almost not as important as the music video, but definitely up there. People love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, before we go on, I was wondering, everyone at the start in our audience seen a clip of the video? Yeah, the black and white one, the crazy effects, and heard the tune. Have we got any questions about that video to start with? Yeah, George?
How did you make the spin? How did you make it spin?
That's exactly what I thought when I watched it too.
Yeah. I mean, it looks digital, but it's real. I just went on Amazon and got like a cheese board. Do you know, like that you put like a spinning cheese sharer plate that you have at parties, and you rotate it. Yeah. So it's called a Lazy Susan. It's like, I just duct taped the camera to that and we spun it.
And now you have a cheese board for your house.
Yeah, actually.
Hopefully not covered in pigeon.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, I don't. That was shot in a hotel. I donated it to the hotel after, so they have a nice cheese board now.
Oh, and you've got a question.
What was the video actually about?
Oh, so
Obviously, I can't see.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, Chris, I actually can't see. I'm actually blind, so
Okay.
I just thought I'd ask what it was actually about.
So yeah, how would you describe it in your own words? Does it have a story?
No, so it's actually a very experimental video. So it's such a high energy track that I wanted to edit it and just put imagery into it that looked like how it sounded, if that made sense. So anytime there's a heavy, fast-paced bit, I'd put flashes of light and things like that and just make it. Yeah, we just wanted energy. So fast-paced, moving fast. So that's kind of what it looks like. And we tried to not we didn't know it would be in black and white when we filmed it. So,
yeah.
But we were just like, this just looks great. I tried it I just took all the color out of it to see what it looked like, and it looked way better. So I sent it to the guys, and they're like, yeah, I like this. And
That's cool. I was going to say that was going to be my next question to the audience. Did anyone notice anything about it? That most videos don't these days. It was black and white, so which is quite cool to hear about. What's that, Lily?
It gives like old vibes. So if you watch like one of black and white TV shows or stuff, it gives like that vibe, but with crazy music.
Yeah, I've heard about black and white TV.
Yeah. One question I had with the scenes in it. There is one scene where it looks like they're kind of up on a rooftop or something.
yes.
What can you tell us about that scene? How that one was shot?
Yeah, so that they were just on a green screen. So I there's a girl online in the band called the Low Rays, called Lauren, and I just came across her page. We followed each other, and I noticed that she had been learning Unreal Engine, which is something I've never got into, like the actual making of CGI and things like that. And she had made loads of TikToks for her band, and they just looked incredible. And it was just filming her and the band members on a sheet of green. She had self-taught herself, and they just look amazing. So I was like, would you be up for doing a bit for this new Wargasm video I'm on? And she was like, yeah, that's great. She was, she just by following each other, she was grateful for the opportunity because she was a fan of the band as well. So I think for her, it was a really good thing to do. But for me as well, I'm like, wow, this really elevates the videos, and we just worked well together, just organise it over WhatsApp. So yeah, it's good.
That is amazing. So using green screen, something that we could organise at SupaJam if anyone was interested. I know we have a green screen down in our Brighton base that we can maybe borrow and use. I'm pretty sure Annie's class used some green screen when they visited Brighton before as well. In your experience, is it something that's hard to edit? I know to the quality is the Wargasm video, it sounds like quite specialized, but if you're a beginner, is green screen accessible, or is it quite a steep learning curve to use green screen?
It depends what you want to do with it. If you just want to see how it works, it's so easy to do. Just get a green sheet up. Like you said, if you borrowed that one and you just had a day of getting in front of it, just there'll be an effects. There will be an effects tab on any editing software you use. It's just called Kia or Green Screen Remover, depending on what one you want. Yeah, Chroma Key. It will be on there. Just film yourself in front of it, drag that effect on it, and then the green would disappear, and then you can put anything you want behind that.
Cool.
So, I played
That
with it a lot.
sounds so much fun.
Yeah, it is good fun. Like when I first started, I was just playing out, putting like weird like pictures of fish and stuff behind me.
Weirdly, in my
jumping-
head, I was thinking of 90s dolphin sunsets. I
Yeah,
don't know
you
why,
can do
like,
that. You can do that. But yeah, it's exactly the same process for doing something higher end as well. You know, if you look at behind the scenes of like Marvel or any of the big Hollywood films, I'm sometimes shocked that it's just like an unironed green sheet that's just on a big scale, you know. But you know, it works.
That's absolutely amazing. So we've had a chat about the black and white, had a chat about the locations. For anyone who's interested in cameras, what were the kinds of cameras or lenses you were using in it? What did you use to film it?
I own my own camera. It's the Sony FX3, which came out about 4 years ago, something like that, maybe. Yeah, 4 years ago. And it's an amazing camera. It's really good in low light. Sony's are pretty good. Canons are good as well, which is what you're recording on. But it's just so small, and it enables me to do stuff like you asked earlier with the spinning cheese board shot. I literally duct taped it to that, and then we span it. And yeah, it's more about the lenses and stuff as well. So I usually shoot on a wide lens, and then I shoot on a vintage 50mm lens as well, which gives you that kind of like cinematic look, I'd say. Cool. But yeah, you can shoot anything on anything really. It depends what you're going for.
So the music video, quite often it's synced to the actual studio version of the song. But have you ever done any like recording of bands performing live in the moment and capturing that?
Yeah, I've done a few live sessions about 10 years ago. I did a few things. It was actually quite cool. It was a recording studio on a boat, which was quite cool. And we had the band in one section of the boat, and then in the other section of the boat at the back was the recording studio. So there was wires going between the two. So I was filming in that room, and then we recorded it.
The Beatles do something like that.
The rooftop performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Recorded live in the moment, yeah. That's a good example of that, Cody, for sure. And I'm sure a lot of us, if we think about our favorite artists or bands, as well as their music videos, there'll be like videos and recordings of like maybe their best live gigs as well, for sure.
It reminds me of U2. They did this one song on top of this building, what's next to the Cecil Hotel in America. And they had to actually have half the road closed because of how many people there were. And even the mayor came over and told them not to do it, but they ignored it and just done it. And the whole crew, there was cameras all around, all their instruments were up on like the actual roof. And obviously, like I was thinking, how they even record it with all those wires up on top of the roof? Like it probably took them ages to do.
Yeah, quite a bit of setup.
Down safely as well.
Knowing U2, they probably were dropped off by helicopter. You know.
We're not encouraging rooftop performances at SupaJam, by the way. So yeah, yeah. I guess that's a topic that's interesting. The unique visuals. What makes something eye catching? What do you look for in an idea when you're first getting your idea? Because I guess videos are meant to grab someone's attention, right, and make you listen to the song or the full live set because you're on a roof or whatever. What ideas really when you see a good idea, what kind of things are you looking for, Chris? Like
that Wargasm one's a really good example, and if you look at the other ones I've done for them, and pretty much most of my videos, I look for the energy in the song. You know, so like I will try and, like I said earlier, match how it sounds with the visuals. So I'm kind of organising one at the minute, and the song's called Crucifix by a band called Blood Dealer, and the song is all about kind of it's like got lots of religious things in it, but it's more kind of like Antichrist, darker kind of stuff. So
almost like horror kind of vibes.
Yeah, like horror. So I'll get the vibe down first. So I want to find a church, and we're going to probably put up a big cross, LED screen cross or something. Ooh. And then that's the kind of theme of it. And then everything else is kind of shooting and editing, really. So I'll just edit as fast as I can and try and hit people over the head with a fast moving song. I do some narrative stuff, like if I got an idea for a story, but it excites me more to be editing a really crazy punchy video and flashes of light and things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And in the room, I know we've got a variety of artists and musicians and DJs. So is there am I right in saying we yet to have a full music video yet? Has anyone done a music video in the room yet to one of their songs? There's been talk of maybe doing it, right? So has anyone got any ideas for a music video or any questions about starting your first ever music video? You want to know more about the green screen, Cody, yeah? So for your video idea, you want to do a bit of green screen, yeah?
I want to get a treadmill and just walk and play.
Good idea.
Ah, have you seen that done before? That's a cool idea. Yeah.
I did that in another Wargasm video actually,
did
but
you?
it wasn't a green screen; it was an LED screen, and we just had a shot of him walking. But there's so many videos that have done that. So yeah, that's a good place to start. You know, just spray paint the treadmill green.
And then would you like just choose loads of different images to go in the background with it? Would you have your guitar as you're walking along, or your acoustic guitar? All right, maybe we should try that actually.
It's
Let's
a good
get
idea,
a green screen. Let's get a gym subscription so we can get a treadmill.
Quickly film it in the gym and run away.
Owen's got one as well. So Owen, you got an idea for a video for one of your tracks?
Well, I guess just in video, like if I was going to get into videoing in general, especially for like sets in particular, as I'm a DJ as well, how are there any accessible ways for someone like myself who has no sight that can video things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's where crews come in to help. So you'd always have the best videos I've worked on is where you have a team of people around you to help you. And it can be anything from carrying something can be a massive help, just one extra person on set. So as long as you've got a good crew around you that can help guide you and tell you what things are looking like and what the framings are like and things like that, you'd be able to do it. And a lot of it is directing people as well. So if you're good at shouting things at people to do, then you'd definitely be able to make
not bad at that, to be fair.
You know what?
Yeah.
They actually tell me to hype people all the time.
So I
yeah,
guess-
that's it. Directing is hyping.
And I
you know?
guess when you think of like movie sets, music video sets, quite often the director isn't always the person looking for the camera. So you could just communicate your ideas to the person at the camera and then do it that way, if that makes sense. So I guess for you, being the communicator, the organizer, that's probably one of the most accessible ways for it, and working as a team. And it's normal for everyone to work as a team, whether you're sighted or not. That whole teamwork's a big fun part of it. And so I'm guessing working with Wargasm has been fun because you've had 2 videos with them, right? Or is it 3 now?
3, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did one last summer as well, which was fun, yeah.
Is there any other artists you've enjoyed working with, or other team members you've enjoyed working with that you want to shout out and maybe describe to the guys here about what kind of stuff you've done with them?
Yeah, there's another band called South Arcade who I've made quite a few for. I think I've probably made about 5 for them. But they're a very stylized band. They're very noughties, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater kind of skater band, really. New metal, but in 2025, but they're making music that sounds like it was made in 2005.
Have they got loads of TikTok videos in the rehearsal space?
Really popular now.
I recognise that name,
South
actually.
Arcade. They're they've got loads of funny TikTok videos and they do loads of quirky things. But stylistically, it's been a fun challenge working with them to make stuff that looks like it was made 20 years ago. Which has been good fun.
What techniques or sort of strategies did you use to get that sort of feel?
A lot of wide angle lenses. And for one of the videos, I bought a camera that was released 20 years ago as well. So I was kind of trying to make it as authentic as possible. And just like a bunch of kids jumping around in a skate park, all that stuff. And
were you going back to your mum and dad, be like, do you have any cameras from when I was a kid in the loft? Like,
yeah, I actually still had one from when I was a kid, which
Did
I
you?
busted out. Yeah,
That's
with
so cool.
VHS, which was cool.
very cool.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that what they shot videos on 20 years ago, those cameras are now really cheap. So I went out and got what the professionals used then.
What the professionals used then.
Yeah. It was like a fraction of the price. So
that's really cool, actually. Yeah, that's interesting. So if anyone is wanting a more retro vibe for your music, maybe that's an accessible way of doing it as well.
Yeah.
I recently found a JVC camcorder from the 2000s, and it does go to SD cards, so it's old enough to
that's
look
good.
old, but not old enough to have that annoying DAT tape or VHS.
Yeah, that's a good hack, actually.
So yeah, that was quite. It's been fun for shooting behind the scenes content, and people just love picking it up and playing with it as well. So yeah, awesome stuff, and that more interesting sort of camera things as well. Now, we're going back to our audience, and hopefully, if anyone's listening or watching this, we can do it in the comments as well. But for sort of video ideas, we're hoping that this might inspire some of you guys to let's start making our own SupaJam music videos. And so we've got some ideas from Cody over there. Is there any other ideas? Yeah, I know Jack's got a DJ style self-produced track that you're thinking of wanting a music. Is there any artists that you love that have quite good music videos you can think of?
Thinking of
to it. I know I sound very boring.
Okay.
Are those that I could?
Yeah.
Probably the most I'll do is an album cover.
Oh, okay, fair
I
enough.
mean, I don't know if I can probably do as for a track like a video for our style. Maybe, but I think our stuff, because where I do drum and bass and stuff, we do more picture-based stuff, or it seems like it. But I know for our collaborative unit, the Boiler Room,
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking of doing having some photography, videoing, and also I'm thinking of with our broadcast setup or setting the mini one up.
So instead of a music video, that's more like if you've seen the YouTube channel Boiler Room, where they have like cameras around the DJs and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, I've not seen it.
So
then.
that's quite. Usually they got a table almost like this, decks on it, and like 3 camera angles, and they'll record it and put it out. So that's cool. Well, hopefully we'll get a bit more ideas on like what stuff could inspire you guys. I want to go back to the Wargasm video and ask: was there any wacky or cool or innovative tricks? And we did cover the spinning camera one, so I like that.
Yeah.
That was one. Or in general, any other cool camera tricks that you've done that you'd want to share with us? Like spinning camera is awesome. I love that. Any other ones that you've done that like we could maybe even try and replicate in a shoot for one of our students?
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, that video, the Wargasm, it's funny, I might as well just talk about that one because I did loads of weird stuff for it.
Go.
That whole video is lit by 2 £25 torches I bought on Amazon. So like all those spotlights,
flashes and stuff.
yeah, like I was quite amazed by it because I don't know how anybody else is, but I haven't been up to date on my torch technology how much torch technology has progressed in like the last 10 years. It's insane. Like you can buy torches now on Amazon that when you turn them on and you shine it at the wall, it looks like the sun is on. Like they are so bright. So I bought a couple of these. So I'd heard about them and I was like, I wonder how good they'll be for video. And they're amazing. Like they're so good. So it's like having a portable theatre spotlight in your pocket for £25, and the battery just didn't die all night. I just don't understand. It's like sorcery. I don't know how it works.
How did you position it? Was it on a stand, or did you have one hand on the camera, one hand on holding the light? How did that work?
Well, yeah, I was amazed when I opened it and discovered it had a tripod mount on the torch as well. It was like made for filmmakers, you know. So at some points it's on a lighting stand just for static, and then I had a crew around me as well, only a small one, so they were moving it. Sometimes if the camera was on a tripod, I'd be moving it because I knew the song, I was moving it in time to it. So it had a strobe setting on it, which is always good. So yeah, it's amazing. Anything like that you can find to do with light, any cheap lights, just grab them. Go to boot fairs, charity shops. If you ever see anything like that, just get it and keep it in a little box and bust it out when you need it.
I do remember you saying this once when we chatted before, and because I think when everyone starts getting into filmmaking, like the camera is so important. But I remember you talking about lights are like of equal importance, sometimes maybe more, like because you wouldn't have got those effects without those lights.
Exactly. Yeah. It kind of was great as well because I knew I was going to an abandoned warehouse that had no electricity in it. So everything had to be battery powered. So it was perfect. It kind of pushed me into finding a solution, you know.
Do you take a lot of camera batteries on a shoot like that?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I tend to.
How many are we talking here? 2, 10, 20?
Yeah, a bag of batteries, just a sack of batteries. All organised, of course.
That's amazing. And so we got the flashing lights, we got the spinning camera. Any other cool tricks you want to share we can maybe practice on and try ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, there's a part in that video where they're behind a chain link fence. It's like a metallic metal grid of metal. And I was trying to search around the area in Kent for a chain link fence, but it turns out that they're quite dated, and everywhere has fences are much better than that now. And if you found one, it's going to be really rusty. But I specifically wanted a metal chain link fence, and I just ended up ringing up fence companies in Margate and Canterbury. I was like, have you got a chain link fence in stock? Because I didn't know how much it was going to be as well. I was like, are they going to say it's going to be £1,000 or what? And then I found one in Canterbury, and they're like, oh, I've got a chunk in my yard. You can have it for a tenner. This massive stretch of chain link fence that rolled up and I put in my car. So instead of finding the fence, we did it ourselves and just had 2 guys off camera holding it while still behind it, you know. So yeah, just like that's a good tip. If you can't find something in the real world, all video production is just ringing people up and asking, and it's always a funny story. Hey, I'm shooting a music video. Because a fencing company is not used to that, so they're quite excited about it. They want to help you. So.
Also, use that to your advantage, because I guess sometimes you might feel a bit awkward phoning up some random construction DIY company. But as soon as you say, "I'm shooting a music video," their ears prick up a bit. Usually,
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They're always happy to help as well.
That's really cool. Amazing stuff. Now we're talking about all the tricks we've used, different locations. Different camera angles, and so obviously you're going to get quite a lot of footage, but the music video is, let me check, about 4 minutes long. So one of the questions I had is, how much footage do you normally record before you start editing down?
I usually kind of know, so I'll be like, oh, let's run through the song 10 times in this room. And then every time you do a take, you just change the angle. And you go, oh, let's do 5 takes in this room. Let's do 4 takes over here. And you're just making sure that every time you do a take, you'd be like, oh, this is the wide shot, so we can see you and the location in the shot. And now we're going to do a close shot, do the song again. Obviously, Sam and Milky, 2 people, 2 different people in 2 areas. So just make sure you're getting different styles every time, and then you've got enough to pull out of that. So it's kind of, just making sure you do the song multiple times, lots of times. And if you've got 2 cameras, even better. If you've got someone else with you, getting a second angle, it's a bit of a safety net, But you can definitely do it with 1, which I often do.
Now, I think that really shows like the amount of work you've got to put in to get this quality of video, is because some people might think, oh, record it, there's a song done.
Yeah.
Or I've got 2 camera angles, let's record it. Like, you mentioned 10 takes
Yes.
in one place, 5 takes in another place. So the music video is 4 minutes long, so you can do the multiplication, guys. We're talking hours and hours in different places running through the same song many, 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 many times.
Wow.
So do you think it takes that level of sort of planning, then repeating? That must be a big part of what creates quality in the end.
Yeah, a lot of what you guys would know as well through music, building a song, it's just repetition. By the time you finish the song or you finish a video, you've heard the song, 1,000 times. So it's the same thing when you're shooting a video. So I feel really sorry for drummers in music videos, because they have to play the drums, the same track about 40 times in one day, and I'm very, I take note. I was like, does anyone want to just go for another one, or do you want water? Do you want to stop? And depends where you're shooting. If you're filming in a desert, which I've never done, but I'm sure that they need a break. Actually, the South Arcade one I did, it was a really hot day, and we had about 50 people there jumping up and down to the song, and we had to have water breaks every 2 takes because it was just too much. So it's a lot.
So if we're planning to record our first music video at SupaJam, we should plan for like a day, not like an hour.
No, like I've shot videos in 2 hours. I've shot videos in an entire day. So you can definitely shoot if you're just like, if the band are willing to go through and they're in an air conditioned nice place, and they're just, some people are just troopers and they just do it, but others need breaks, and it's totally understandable.
Yeah, that was one thing I was going to ask as well, about how do you help people feel comfortable in front of the camera. I guess especially to start with, some people might be a bit nervous. I'm sure after 50 takes, they'll be used to it.
Yeah.
But how do you get people to feel comfortable when they first arrive and create that kind of atmosphere on set?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like meeting anyone in real life. You just make friends with them straight away, and you have a laugh and talk about what you're doing. As long as you're kind of clear on what you've done. I mean, usually you would have spoke to them a few times before you're there anyway about what you're doing, and by the time you actually meet them in person, it's like you already know them. But yeah, it's just jumping into it, having fun, and like it's exactly what you say. The first take is I always make a point of saying I'm going to record it anyway, but it doesn't really count because you might get something good. It's just a warm up, and we're gonna see how you feel in front of the camera and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just like you said. By the time 2 or 3 takes are done, you're all kind of into it, and it's easy from there, really.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for me so far is just realizing how many takes it takes. It's like, whoa. I was going to ask as well. So imagine we've got all these takes for our videos. We got 50, did you say 10 takes of one angle, 4 takes, different, a whole bunch of stuff basically, like maybe hours of footage. And you've got it all in your editing software. How do you deal with that amount of footage so you don't get overwhelmed? Do you have a process or system to organize it? We'll talk about organizing it first, if that's all right, maybe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, a lot of editors and filmmakers are, everyone has their own way of doing it. Like some might be very kind of specific about finding the best takes, putting them in bins, marking it with a colored tab and things like that, and going, yeah. I'm a bit of a wild card, and I always have been. I make sure it's in a folder and named, of course, but I use Final Cut, and you can see all of the clips on one side of the screen, and then on the other side is the project you're building. So I kind of remember what I've shot, and I remember if there was something good. Sometimes I write it on my phone on location, but I'll just sift through it and start chucking stuff on the timeline quite roughly. And before you know it, you're like, oh, that actually looks quite good. It kind of almost edits itself, I'll always find one take to sync up first. So usually the drummer. So I'll grab the drummer first, sync up his first hit with the first hit of the track. And then anything else I put on top of that, it cuts back to the drummer every time. So he's kind of carrying the video at first, Cool. And then I'll find the lead singer, and it's like Tetris. It starts building itself. And then, obviously you would have planned certain things happening. There's a point in that Wargasm video where he smashes a bottle over his head. And
a
that
real
was,
one?
No, it's a fake prop one. Yeah, they're quite expensive. It was about 30 quid for this bottle that smashes.
Amazon again?
No, those things are really hard to get hold of. Like you have to go to like a special company,
like
but
prop agency or something.
Like they're so expensive, and they recommend you going and pick them up in person as well, because they will arrive smashed when
meant to break. Yeah.
So like they're quite rare to get hold of these things. But anyway, if something like that happens at a specific moment, I'll always put that in first. So I know that happens then. It's not going to be any different.
You don't want your battery cutting out at that moment, do you? Or something going on.
Yeah, always.
We've only got one of these bottles.
Get the most important stuff first, because a pigeon could come down and smash it, But it's just, I'd say that just put one thing synced up on the timeline first, and then just start throwing stuff on top of it and see what you get.
So do you use your gut feeling? Like, that was one I asked. How do you decide? It sounds like for you quite gut feel, and that's part of your creative process. You just feel it and know, I love that bit.
It's like that. Like I said, to bring it back to music, so you guys might understand it. You might just be like, oh, that could do with a bit of, a guitar lick there, or that could do. You just start building blocks. It's the same, but visually,
Okay.
But
that's really cool. Really cool. Love that.
That's how I do it. Anyway.
Yeah, and it is cool to hear that. Like, because I guess we're all different. Some people might want to take the more like super meticulous path, label everything, and if you hadn't heard the word bins before, that's kind of like folders for your clips in video editing software. Or like you said, have it kind of a lot there, and you can see it, and it's kind of organized, but then you start kind of almost creatively doing it in a more super instinctual kind of way. And I guess there's a middle ground in between that too. But I guess taking it back to music, there's music makers do it like that as well, for sure. Do you ever feel sad that some stuff doesn't make the video, and you're like, I wish that was in it? Like, have you ever had that before? Some clips?
I used to, but I mean, I've done so much of them now that I kind of let it go. If I do want something in it, sometimes, what you would do is you would make the first draft, and then you would send it to the artist, and they'll come back with notes. It's my favorite, and why I want it in, and why I think it looks good. But I won't be pushy with it. If they don't want it, they don't want it. It's their video. So, I'm better at just letting things go now. But some things, if I really want it, I'll be like, and then usually they let me keep it in, because they don't know that I like it. They're just like, oh, that could do with going.
So that's a good thing. So that might happen to you guys if you're making videos, just having to communicate that with an artist. But at the end of the day, if you're making it for them, they kind of might have the final say on it. Now, we're sort of coming near the end of it, the podcast. We focused on the Wargasm video today, which is great. And just to plug the other podcast Chris has been in before, where we got way more of his backstory and stuff like that. So I'll maybe put that in the notes as well if anyone's listening online. But I wanted a chance, so we got time. If there's any questions from our live audience or any comments you want to chat about, we got before we wrap things up. I've got maybe one or two last questions, but yeah, Lily, yeah.
So my first one is what was your favourite bit of the music video that you created or did?
Oh, the newest one. I really like the spinning shot, like you said, because that was just really fun to do, duct taping it and spinning it around. I was kind of laying. And then the other one is just like playing with those torches. Those torches were so fun, and everyone loved them on set. And we were also using them to see in between the takes, so they were useful and they look cool. But that was my favourite thing, I think. And the chain link fence was cool. All of it, really.
And my second last question is, if you were able to pick any artist or band that you would do another recording with, who would it be?
Well, I like that question.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite band from when I was teenager is Funeral for a Friend. Like, they're a Welsh band. And yeah, they've the lead singer left and they've just got a new lead singer, and there's kind of hints they might be recording new stuff. So I would love to do one for them. That would be amazing, because that's the reason I started making videos.
Is
that
it?
band, yeah. So it would be incredible to do
Did you
one.
ever
with-
make a fan video for one of their songs?
No, I actually made one for Bullet for My Valentine.
Did
though,
you?
Which I've got
Oh,
a
cool.
t-shirt on now. Yeah, when I was in year 10 at school, I made a video for Bullet for My Valentine, and I got top marks, and I've been making videos ever since because of that. So another one, if I was to choose, would be them. But I'm sure, yeah.
And that's probably a cool idea if anyone's listening who is wanting to make videos but don't know any musicians yet. Well, at SupaJam, you're going to know a musician, right? But if you wanted to start practicing using a song that's already made, like of your favorite artist, might be a cool way to practice as well, for
I
sure.
was with that video I did for my favourite DJ at DJ Club. I did a video of me doing a DJ mix with some of his songs. His name's Sam Brooklyn, and he's a DJ, and his music is called Brooklyn, and he's from Las Vegas, and he does this really cool house music. And I did a video of myself recording. So look at my friend George, who was recording me with my phone, of me doing his music on the next mix, and I actually edited it and then posted it on my story to let him sing.
Yeah, it's good. There's nothing stopping you making fan edits and fan things and putting it on YouTube and seeing what comes of it. The artist might see it. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, you never know who's watching. Even if you get 50 views, you never know. The actual person you made it for could be one of those 50 people. Yeah,
Exactly,
You'll
yeah.
never know. That's the cool thing. But before we wrap things up, guys, if any last questions, just give me a shout. But I've got a few last ones. Chris, is there any myth you would like to slay about your job right now? Maybe a misconception or myth about being a video maker?
That you need a lot to start, probably, and you need the best camera, and you need all the best things. You don't really. You can just start with it with your phone if you need to. But just learn about lighting, I'd say, is the first thing to do. Go on YouTube, or like I said, just get an Amazon light, like I said, and just start playing with it. There's creative ways you can use anything like that, like cheap lights, anything. Just start, I'd say.
Amazing. And what do most people not realize about your job?
Probably like you just said, the repetition, the doing it over and over and over and over again. You know, some people wouldn't be able to handle it, but I feel like if you're kind of, you just get used to it, you know, like anything. So expect to do the same thing over and over again. But once it's finished, you kind of forget about it.
Yeah. All right, cool. And one last one as well. Well, not the very last one. I'll quite like this question because hopefully it's kind of like, what was the worst piece of advice someone gave you early on when you were starting this?
It was actually quite recently, actually. Right. Yeah, it was about a year ago. I'd never done it. I joined one of those online courses, those like video business mastery courses, whatever it is. I won't say which one, but one of the pieces of advice they gave, they said, don't make a show reel and don't make a website. You don't even need to make a video to get work. Just start talking to people on LinkedIn. And it was the weirdest bit of advice I'd ever had, and it's just not how it works, and I ignored it, and I've done better ever since ignoring that.
Yeah, so
But
do make videos.
Yeah.
Do just keep making them.
make the thing that you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It was very bizarre.
Do the thing you want to do is always good advice.
Yeah. Create. Don't not create.
Oh, amazing stuff. So, guys, is there any last questions for Chris? Owen, we got one from Owen.
Quickie, like, obviously, I know we don't have time to go into it deeply, but what actually got you started?
Good question. Love that one.
Yeah, I think making videos was, I just always loved my dad's camera, as a kid, and making stupid films with toys and stuff. But yeah, like I said earlier, in year 10, we got given a task to make a music video for media studies, and I made that Bullet for My Valentine one, and loads of other kids made their videos, and I just got the best marks, and I got like a commendation for it, and it was like the first thing I found out that I was good at, like at school.
That goes to show, doesn't it, like that when you've been doing it at that point, from like you say, from when your dad first got you like this toy camera, and you must have found a passion already there, but it meant that you then had the ideas in your mind, and it probably must have meant that you had the drive to get the best marks that you could get when it came to this video project for your year 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to stare out the bus window and listen to music on the way to school, and I used to build pictures in my head. And then I got that camera, and they kind of fused together, really. So it was kind of music came first, then the videos came after.
Well, maybe one last... Oh, we've got a question from Ross at the back.
I've got very short 2 questions.
Yeah.
Is there any new tricks like the way of having, obviously like a bungee rope as attached to a camera, so it's free falling and then bounce back up?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything. There's a certain person whose job that is in the industry called a gaffer and a grip. So a gaffer takes care of the lights and will make sure that whatever weird position you put your camera in, it will look good. And a grip is, it's their responsibility to, you tell them that idea you have, and then they will find a way to concoct a pulley or a rope and build something around it to get you that result. I've used a grip once and he was amazing. I needed the camera to spin around like this above someone, and he built this robotic weird thing with a motor in it, something I could never do, but he just did it for me, and I was like, wow, you can just ask people to do that, and they can do it.
So cool.
He was into the band, so he just did it.
Amazing.
And my second one is I do short animation as well, do it using cameras to make stop animation videos, so you could do that with music as well.
Yeah, so I mean, have you got all the stuff for that already? Are you doing it?
I normally sometimes do it on my phone, but stop animation takes a lot of space, so in the future, when I get a better phone, I'm going to start doing it again.
Yeah, that's a really good way, because you don't really need anyone else with you to do that. That's something you can do in your own time and put all of your creativity into it. So it's a good place to start, definitely.
Yeah. And at the end of the podcast, I'm going to bring it back to starting points. For anyone who is just starting out, is there any last bits of advice you want to give them, or words of encouragement?
Yeah, that's going off the back of that, actually. Start with something that you can do by yourself and practice it, I think. It's really good to have a group of people to do something on a bigger scale, like green screening. It's good to have everyone around you. But, I mean, even that, just if you get a free bit of editing software, get a camera, even your phone, and just start making stuff and practicing and just learning how to import files, export files, and, build it yourself, I think. And just, get a couple of lights. Get those torches. I keep plugging those torches, honestly.
Really want
they're
them
good.
now. I'm straight on Amazon after this.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Yeah. Well, Chris, thank you so much for today. I want to say thanks to our live audience and our engineers as well. Thanks so much. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank you very much.